What if I told you Nikola Tesla didn't die of natural causes? The greatest electrical genius of the 20th century was found dead in a hotel room, alone and forgotten. But just hours after his death, the FBI stormed in and confiscated all his documents. Among them were secrets about free energy, energy weapons, and even extraterrestrial communications. Tesla knew too much. He developed technologies that could challenge governments and bring down financial empires. But what if he didn't die of natural causes? What really happened in his final days? Why did his projects mysteriously disappear? And most importantly, what did he know that had to be silenced? Imagine a man who could see a future where electricity was free, machines ran wirelessly, and humanity was freed from the grip of energy monopolies. That man existed. His name was Nikola Tesla. Born in 1856, Tesla wasn't just a brilliant inventor. He was a scientific prophet, someone who seemed to have a connection to the unknown. Many say his ideas came from a mind so advanced that the world simply wasn't ready for him. But what if the problem wasn't time? What if there were those determined to silence him forever? Tesla revolutionized electricity, pioneered alternating current, and helped shape the modern world. But unlike other great scientists, his life wasn't marked by glory and recognition. It was marked by tragedy, persecution, and mystery. In his final days, Tesla lived in seclusion in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel in Manhattan. He was old, forgotten, and according to reports, increasingly paranoid. But paranoid about what? What did the greatest electrical genius of all time know that made him fear for his life? Rumors suggest that Tesla wasn't alone in his final days, that government agents, businessmen, and mysterious figures visited him regularly. Some of these visits, according to witnesses, were tense. Tesla had no money, but he had something far more valuable: knowledge. Knowledge that, in the wrong hands, could change the course of humanity. The question few dare to ask is, what did Tesla discover that turned him into a man marked for death? Nikola Tesla wasn't just another inventor. He didn't seek fame, fortune, or recognition. His true goal was to free humanity from the energy dependency imposed by powerful corporations and governments. But that was a dangerous idea. Among his most mysterious projects was wireless free energy. Imagine a world where anyone could access electricity without paying for it. No wires, no power grids, no bills, just energy flowing through the air, a gift for all humanity. Tesla believed it was possible, and he proved it. His most ambitious experiment was the Wardenclyffe Tower, a revolutionary project funded by J.P. Morgan. Tesla wanted to build a structure capable of transmitting electricity wirelessly to any point on the planet. If he succeeded, conventional power grids would become obsolete. The problem, the money that controlled the world, wouldn't allow it. When J.P. Morgan realized that Tesla was creating a system that would provide free electricity, the funding was cut immediately. After all, if no one had to pay for energy, how would bankers and industrialists make their fortune? Wardenclyffe was abandoned. Tesla tried to keep the project alive, but without financial support, he was forced to give up. But that wasn't the only secret Tesla was hiding. He was also working on a mysterious project called the Death Ray, an energy-based weapon capable of destroying entire armies from miles away. If this technology really worked, who else knew about it? Tesla had inventions that could have changed the world. But instead of recognition, he gained powerful enemies. And that's when the persecution began. Tesla's brilliance had always been a problem for those who wanted to control the future of electricity, and his first great battle was against Thomas Edison. In the late 19th century, Edison fiercely promoted his direct current, DC technology. But Tesla knew this wasn't the best solution. He had developed alternating current, AC, a far more efficient system capable of transmitting electricity over long distances. Tesla was right. But Edison had something he didn't: power and influence. What followed was a dirty war. Edison launched a smear campaign against Tesla, funding public demonstrations where animals were electrocuted to scare people and make them fear AC power. He even helped invent the electric chair to prove his point. But in the end, Tesla won. Alternating current became the global standard. But victory came at a price. Tesla had made powerful enemies, and one of them was J.P. Morgan, the most influential man on Wall Street. When Tesla started working on Wardenclyffe Tower, Morgan saw his technology as a direct threat to the profits of the energy industry. So he crushed Tesla financially, cutting off his funding and closing doors that would never open again. Tesla was soon treated like a lunatic. The same press that once praised him now mocked his ideas. The same corporations that once fought over his genius now ignored him. But he kept working. He kept inventing. He had ideas that could change everything. And that's when the shadow started moving against him. In his final years, Tesla confided in close friends that he was being watched. He spoke of strange men following him through the streets of New York, mysterious phone calls, and visitors showing up unannounced. Who was watching Tesla, and why? Were his projects really being ignored, or were they being quietly stolen? Tesla was no longer just an inventor. He was a target. Nikola Tesla died alone on January 7, 1943, in his room at the New Yorker Hotel. Officially, the cause of death was heart failure. But what happened in the hours after his death raises a chilling question. What did Tesla know that had to be covered up? Just hours after his death, FBI agents stormed into room 3327 and confiscated all of Tesla's notes, documents, and blueprints. Official reports claim these files contained nothing significant. But if that were true, why did the government act so fast? Among the seized papers, rumors suggest Tesla had projects that defied everything we know. The global energy transmitter, capable of wirelessly providing electricity to any location on the planet. Resonance machines, potentially able to generate artificial earthquakes. The death ray, a lethal energy weapon that could shift global military power. An interplanetary communication system, yes. Tesla believed he could communicate with alien civilizations. For decades, the US government denied possessing any of these projects. But years later, an unexpected revelation shook the official narrative. The FBI not only seized Tesla's documents, but classified them as top secret. The man assigned to analyze Tesla's files was John G. Trump, a renowned scientist at MIT, and the uncle of former President Donald Trump. According to him, Tesla's papers contained nothing dangerous. But was that statement enough to close the case, or was it part of a larger operation to erase Tesla's legacy forever? Tesla's files vanished into the depths of government archives, and one of history's greatest minds was erased from science for years. The question few dare to ask is, what did the world lose when Nikola Tesla died? Nikola Tesla died at 86, alone, penniless, mocked by those who once admired him. But a mystery lingers. Did he truly die of natural causes, or was he silenced? Officially, Tesla died of heart failure, but dark rumors surround his final days. Witnesses say he seemed more agitated than usual, convinced that he was being followed. He claimed powerful forces were after him, that they wanted to steal his secrets. But who were these forces? Tesla's last years were marked by strange visits. Well-dressed men would show up at the New Yorker Hotel and spend hours with him. Tesla insisted his inventions were decades ahead of their time and contained secrets that could be catastrophic in the wrong hands. He believed his technology could either save or destroy the world. But what if he was right? Some theories suggest that Tesla may have been poisoned. Despite his old age, he was still sharp, still working. And then, suddenly, he was gone. And right after his death, the FBI seized his files. Coincidence? Other theories suggest that Tesla was deliberately erased. Banks, corporations, and even governments had too much to lose if his inventions became a reality. He was discredited, isolated, and his reputation was destroyed. The truth is, we may never know what really happened in his final days. But one thing is certain: his ideas were too powerful to be forgotten. His projects were hidden, his documents vanished. But his legacy still haunts those who tried to silence him. Despite his mysterious death and the disappearance of his files, Nikola Tesla's name was never erased. If anything, it grew stronger. He became a legend, the wrong genius, the scientist who dreamed of free energy for the world and was silenced for it. But what really happened to his inventions? Were they destroyed, or are they still being used in secret? Many believe that the FBI's confiscated files were transferred to the US military. There are speculations that Tesla's ideas were later used in classified projects, including HAARP, High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, a system of antennas in Alaska, supposedly for ionospheric research. But many believe it hides a Tesla-inspired technology capable of altering the weather and even creating artificial earthquakes. Directed energy weapons, advanced attack systems using energy beams to neutralize distant targets. Wireless energy transmission, something Tesla had already demonstrated decades before major companies discovered it. Even after his death, Tesla remains a threat to those trying to hide the truth. His writings, once ridiculed, are now seriously studied. Modern scientists and engineers are attempting to recreate his inventions. Corporations are claiming his ideas as their own. But one thing is undeniable: the future belongs to Tesla. Will the world ever uncover the truth about his inventions? Or will his legacy continue to be manipulated from the shadows? His secrets were buried, but his genius can never be erased.